All right. Hello, everybody. You're going to watch me struggle today. But before that, let's start on a great note. How about this? Where do I store all my dad jokes? In my database. Dad jokes database. Okay. Okay. So if you guys will work with me here, integration by substitution. We thought we were done with it, but we're not quite done with it. We're going to take it a little bit further. Okay. Now, we're going to try our best here to try and actually tackle some of these more difficult ones where the substitutions get a little bit more difficult. Now, keep in mind, we're used to seeing a u sub where u equals. Now, here we've got dx. So all we need to do here is if we've got something in terms of x, to keep our life easy, we need to find the derivative, right? So we need to find some sort of du. So first thing I would do here is let's go dx du. Instead of du dx, I'm going to go dx du because I've already got x as the subject, and that's just going to give me 2u. And so if I move things around, I'll get dx is the same thing as 2u du. Now that's going to come in handy later. Let's just keep that there. Okay, so for what we've got here, let's start making some substitutions here. So we're going to do our integration, and instead of 2 times x, I'm going to write 2 times u squared, take away 1. And then I've still got that plus 3 from 2x plus 3. And then all on top of, it's going to be all over the square root of x, which is u squared, take away 1, and then plus 1. I don't know if you guys can see that. Okay, and instead of writing dx, I'm going to write 2u du. Hopefully that's making sense. Pause it there if you need to, and double check and look over it and make sure you got it. Okay, all I've done is I've replaced and I've substituted what I know as x with a u. That means dx as well. So now all I need to do is clean this up a little bit. That leaves me with 2u squared. Yeah, I'll do it out. 2u squared, take away 2 plus 3, all over u squared minus 1 plus 1 is just the square root of u squared, 2u du. Now this is starting to look a little bit nicer. And so this is going to become 2u squared plus 1. And I'm going to write it as over u and over u. I don't know if you guys can see that. And hopefully this then cleans it up. This becomes just 2u plus 1 on u multiplied by 2u du. And let's keep going here. Expanding it out, this gives us 4u squared plus, I believe it's just 2 du. Now we can finally integrate. Woohoo, we got there. All right, let's integrate it. So this becomes 4u to the power of 3 divided by 3 plus 2u, and then that's just it, plus c. Now all we need to do now is we need to find some sort of expression for u. So if I go from here, I can see that x equals to u squared, take away 1. So u squared equals to x plus 1, just rearranging, and u is going to equal the square root of x plus 1. Right, technically positive and negative, but for this case here, we're really only going to look at the positive here. Okay, so now that we've got that, we just put everything back in. So it should be 4 on 3, and instead of u, I'm going to write x plus 1 to the half. So it's going to be to 3 on 2, because it's going to be square rooted, but to the power of 3. And then again, same thing here, plus 2 lots of x plus 1 to the half, because it's a, what do you call it, square root. Don't forget your plus c, and boom, messy, kind of lengthy, a lot of algebra, but we got there. That there should be your answer. Okay, hopefully we're happy with that. Now I'm going to move on to another question here. Now this one is going to be slightly more problematic because now we have bounds, and whenever we use a u sub, we're going to have to evaluate it between those new bounds as well. Okay, so track with me. We know that x equals to 6 sine u, so it makes sense that dx du, again, I'm differentiating x with respect to u because I've already got x on its own. So this becomes 6 cos u, because sine just differentiates nicely to cosine. And so moving this here, dx is going to equal to 6 cos u du. So now I've got something to replace dx with. That's nice. Okay. Now let's work with what we got here. It could be a little bit lengthy. I should probably also note that we've got these two bounds. So I'm going to say when x equals to 3 root 2, that means we've got 3 root 2 equals to 6 sine u. And if you solve that, sine u should equal to 1 on root 2. And so here I can see that u will equal to pi on 4. Now, I apologize, my u's look very similar to my 4's. And also when x equals to 6, which is my other bound, I'll have 6 equals to 6 sine u. And so sine u will equal to 1. And I know that that happens, u happens at pi over 2. Okay, so that there, we did a little bit of solving here. Because we're using different boundaries, we're not talking about x anymore, we have to think of everything in terms of u. Okay, so now I've got my u's, I've got all the u's, they're good to go. Now let's work with what we've got here. So we're going to have now the integration between pi on 4 and pi on 2, because that's our new bounds, and it's going to be the square root of 36 take away, and this is just going to be 6 sine u squared. So I've just replaced that. Instead of dx, I'm going to write 6 cos u du, because that's what my dx is. Yep. Now let's clean that up a little bit. Pi on 2, pi on 4. It's going to be square root of 36 take away 36 sine squared u. Okay. Times 6 cos u du. That's still there. Now this one here is going to be a little bit gross. Okay, now if I'm not mistaken here, I can factorize this out. So it's going to be root 36 multiplied by the square root of 1 minus sine squared u times 6 cos u du. Okay, so this just becomes the integration of pi on 2 between pi on 4. Now the square root of 36 is 6. Okay, the square root of 1 minus cos squared a, sorry, I should probably make a note here. This there is cos squared u, isn't it? 1 minus sine squared u is cos squared u. So the square root of cos squared u is just going to be nice. It's just going to be cos u multiplied by, again, 6 cos u du. All right, we're getting there. So this is the integration between pi on 2, pi on 4 of 36 cos squared u du. Now, we're there, but we cannot integrate. We're not allowed to integrate cos squared u. So we're going to have to use that double angle formula that we talked about. So this is the same thing as integrating between pi on 2 and pi on 4 of 36. And instead of cos squared u, I'm going to write this as, it should be half, and cos is plus, half cos, and I'm pretty sure it'll be 2u du. Okay, so that is that. Okay, so if I was to integrate this, I'm going to put the 36 outside here, pi on 2, pi on 4. You know what, I'm just going to go straight for it. I'm going to integrate it straight away. So taking the 36 out, that's going to leave me with, you know what, let's keep it in then. All right, there's my next one. You guys get a little bit of a hint on what's next, but I'll keep that for later. Okay, oh, can't get rid of it. Okay. Let's see what we got. Okay, expanding it out, what we should get is, okay, we should get integration between pi on 2, pi on 4, 18 plus 18 cos 2u du. So now if I finally integrate it, this should become 18u plus, now I take a half out the front, so half of 18 becomes 9. Cos will positive cos will integrate to positive sine. My 2u will stay the same. And I'm evaluating between pi on 2 and pi on 4. Whew. Okay, almost there. And so here, let's just do a little bit of math here. So now it'll be 18 times pi on 2 plus 9 sine pi, because that's 2 times pi on 2, which is just pi. And then I'm going to take away 18 times pi on 4. So that's, I guess, 18 pi on 4 plus 9 sine pi on 2, 9 sine pi on 2. Okay, I believe that should be correct. Okay, so taking a look at these, let's evaluate some of these. 18 times pi on 2 becomes 9 pi. 9 times sine pi, I'm pretty sure is 0. Yep. Take away 18 pi on 4. I'm just going to simplify that as much as I can. 9 pi on 2. And it's going to be sine pi on 2 is 1. So it'll be plus 9. Whew. Okay, and so we're almost there. Let's see what we're left with. We should be left with okay. Pretty sure it's just 9 pi minus 9 pi on 2 minus 9. And it looks like here we should be able to take out a common factor. Let's take out a common factor of 9. So it should be just pi, take away pi on 2 minus 1. And pi minus pi on 2 is just going to be pi on 2. So it'll be 9 pi on 2, take away 1. And units, whew, squared. All right. Holy moly, we did it. Hopefully you tracked. If there was anything that I skipped over or anything that I went through, you know what? If I went through quickly, I give up. If you guys need to, pause it. If you guys have any questions, post them below. Like and subscribe. Follow my channel. Make me famous. But that'll be it. All right. Thanks, guys. I'll catch you later. Good luck. Bye-bye.